pretty rare that I can take a video with the sun directly behind me like this, as you see. But it's a pretty hazy morning, and my understanding is that's possibly because of the wildfires in actually in western Canada that is sending the smoke over this way. But it definitely makes for an interesting effect. But we often also see this in August when it's very humid. The sun comes up, and as it rises, it appears pink in the sky. It almost looks like a moon. And it's one of the rare times that when you take a picture of the sun, it actually looks the color that it looks to the naked eye. So when I saw it coming up, and you could see that in the video from today, the sunrise video from today, and I'll put a link in the description. But the sun actually appears the color that you see with the naked eye. And as it rises higher and it becomes brighter through the haze, you can see the reflection in the water that is actually the color. This is a funny thing to say, but the reflection in the water is actually the color that you see with the naked eye, while through the camera it already appears white. And that's what you see here. You can see that the sun appears kind of yellowish white already through the camera, but the reflection in the water is still pink. And that's what I was seeing with my eyes, was that the sun was still looking pink. And if you watch the entire video, as I said, the link is in the description, you'll see when the sun first starts to appear, it's pink. But then as it rises higher, it turns white, but you can still see the reflection. I think that's pretty cool. But anyway, today is one of those days. By now it's starting to, it's pretty much turning all white at this point. But I thought I'd share a few things with you today that I found on the beach, because it was kind of an unusual day. One thing I found is this, and this is really cool. This is called the operculum, and this is part of a moon snail. It covers up the fleshy leg that it has, the monopod that comes out, so that when the moon snail wants to protect itself, it withdraws that leg and it puts this over so no predators can get in. So that's cool. And then also today, for some reason, there are all these crabs that got washed up, little baby crabs, and there are just lots and lots of them. And that's an interesting thing about the beach. It's like there's always something, and you never know what it's going to be. One day there might be a lot of feathers washed up, and one day there might be a lot of clams that the seagulls are enjoying, and sometimes it's just little crabs like that. And today a lot of what I found was actually this coal. And I found this big piece of coal, which is interesting, it has a very flat side, which is kind of unusual. But then I found all these other little pieces of coal. You can see I've got this piece of coal here, and this piece, and I think there's another one in my pocket too. Yeah, another piece of coal. And that's surprising to see so many in one day, but apparently there was a shipwreck offshore here many, many, many years ago, and the coal still keeps washing up. So those are the things I found on the beach today. If you are, oh, by the way, I just want to say, I made a video about the moon snails. If you're interested in moon snails, they protect themselves with the operculum, but they're actually quite predatory themselves. And I'll put a link to that video in the description too. That one is called Who Drilled a Hole in This Clamshell, because as I said, they are predators, so you can check out that video as well. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to the Salisbury Sunrises channel and click on notifications so you don't miss any of the daily videos of sunrises, sunsets, and other interesting things I find on the beach. And have a great day.